Well, Darren, a disappointing result today, but first of all I want to ask, Luke Wilkinson went off early. Is there any update on what's wrong with him?
Yeah, he was, funny enough, he was the one that was okay during the week, so it was others that we had concerns over, but I think that's probably a hamstring tear, I would have thought. So we'll have to dig deep into the reserves and or recruit. It'll be one of those, I think. But no, I certainly don't think he'll be available for the next couple of weeks.
And a really frustrating afternoon, because the first goal for Chesterfield came just after you thought Yeovil had taken the lead. What was your view of that situation with the goalkeeper?
Look, I think it's really difficult in sort of real time. But I didn't see arms. I just saw, I think I saw Max Hunt sort of trying to head the ball. So if you're trying to head an arm, I'm not too sure what's wrong with that, in my view. It looked a bit soft, but the goalkeepers get looked after, don't they? I think they get looked after quite a lot these days. So it would have been a nice way to start the game. I thought that particular spell of play was probably in our favour, and then actually I thought after that was the moment when kind of they flipped it a bit. And I thought we had 10 minutes each. First half, I thought we had 10, they had 10, we had 10, they had 10. And the biggest problem I found was in their 10s they took chances, and in our 10s we didn't. Obviously in the second half also.
And how frustrating was it to concede straight after you thought you'd scored, and then the sucker punch came with Shamanga? You must be disappointed with the defending, particularly on the second. Oh,
definitely, yeah. The second one's it's a horror show, isn't it? I mean, it's a bad one, and there are lapses of concentration, and we've paid for that. But I don't think it's time that we start rolling out the shotguns and start blowing people's heads off and say it's him and that. And we as a team did that. We as a team did what we did last week. We'll take whatever we did this week. My biggest disappointment first half was the body language of some of the players. I didn't think they showed enough, and body language to me is always a reflection of what someone's thinking. So if they're thinking, aggressively, positively, with energy, fresh, I think it always reflects in your body. But too many of our players, and I'm never going to go and name them. Too many of our players looked uninterested, de-energised. And that's something for me to probably go and think about. That for me is the worst part of the day. I think that supersedes the goal, and I need to get to know these players through these kind of results to see if there's any breadcrumbs during the week that we can then avoid on a Saturday. So, but like I said, that was my biggest gripe with them.
But you made a change at half-time. You brought Adi Youssef on, and you certainly had a lot more of the ball, and perhaps not clear-cut chances, but a lot of chances. 6 corners in a row at one point. Yeah,
I don't think that was because of Adi or anything like. I think Adi helped it, of course, because of his power and he's bullish. But I thought it was just a change in mentality, and I had to question some of those young men at half-time to see if that was who they truly believe they are and how they want to reflect themselves or promote themselves when they're playing football. And I didn't like it first half, the way they didn't show that. So I thought all second half was a better mentality, a greater hunger and thirst for chances and opportunities. I thought we defended better because we were far more switched on, and because of that everything kind of went in our way. And I thought second half we were the strongest team by quite a way. But the difference is with teams that win leagues and teams that don't win leagues is when they're on top, they do score. So it's that's a big problem for us today.
Is that something that you're potentially going to work on? Is just making sure that you take the chances when they come? Because there was a spell in the second half, I think 10 minutes, where probably needed to score to get anything from the game. Yeah, it's
difficult. And what I want to be is I want to be accurate with what I'm saying. Last week, I think we may have had 6 chances and we scored 3 goals. So you'd say, in terms of being clinical, we were very clinical. So we have got that. But that's the quality. That's the boxes are always the area of quality. And again, normally the teams that win trophies are the teams they've got lots of good organisation and attitude and preparation, but They've got quality in the boxes, and I thought Chesterfield were very, very good in the boxes today. I mean, very good. Again, I don't know the numbers of our chances or attempts to theirs, but I thought even their defending their set plays, I thought was very strong. And they've got that, even when they go down, they've got that kind of adolescence about them. It's probably the wrong word, but they're very manly, and they've got that strength of character and physique, So when we was putting the ball in the box, maybe they felt quite comfortable with the ball going in the box, knowing that they may have had a physical edge on us. But I thought when they took Gunning off, taking Gunning off to us is like taking Wilkinson off, and it meant Carline having to go back into the back three, and that reduced the amount of diags on Jordan. And I thought we got a better grip of the game, but I thought that was powered by a change of mentality rather than anything else.
Thank you, Darren.
So.